So I was outside and I had another cigar, and I have to say that in honor of this show, the first cigar for me for 2014 was the Saison.
No, are you crapping me?
There you go. And it was awesome.
Right?
By the way. It was very, very good.
Perfect.
And I was skeptical because you gave it to me. But you know what, dude? It was awesome. It was really good. And I wasn't expecting it to be like out of the park, but it was out of the park. I mean, I gotta be honest, it was damn good.
If you are not, I'm telling, and we said this back when we were doing the OAC show, we said, I think Josh was here from Cigar.com, we said it is such a perfectly balanced cigar that you could be guys like us that have been smoking for a while, appreciate it for what it is, and be somebody new that just likes the lighter bodied stuff and get enough flavor out of it that it satisfies you, in a different way. Doing some things that I like to do, that we like to do together.
A couple of bottles.
Right.
You
But
masturbate, she laughs?
yeah. That's, say what you will, but that's still a win for me. All right. 17 years.
I don't know how it's not.
Right?
How is it not a win?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're getting done, and you're not asking her to do anything. I just asked you to be in the room, honey. You mind taking your shirt off for a minute?
This is what I'm saying.
That's all I need. I didn't even bother you. I'm not even bothering you.
From another, grizzly veteran of the.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. So, and that's what it's turned into.
1980. I gotta go back. Let's go. Let's rewind all the way back to the first time we went mudding in the car. We have our license maybe 8 days. Maybe.
8 days?
8 days. Maybe 8 days.
Now, when you say we, were you in on this?
No.
Okay.
He has his license maybe 8 days. I go somewhere, I forget where, I'm probably go smoke a cigar. I come back, and the Jeep is covered with mud. Covered. As in, like, it used to be black, and now it's brown. Say it with me. It's covered with mud.
That's all the rage.
I say to him, dude, what's with the car? He goes, I hit, down there at the intersection down there. When you go over to the shoulder, there's little water that collects in the dirt there when you go to make a right. So this is what he tells me. He says, I hit that puddle pretty hard and it kicked some dirt up. And I look at it, just smile, okay? Because this is the beginning of the is my dad a dumbass or not quiz.
You got it.
Okay? So, teenage life, he says to me, and I go, come with me. So we walk outside, and I say to him very politely, get on the ground and crawl under this car. And he's just looking at me. And I'm like, get on the ground and crawl under the car. And he goes, all right. So he gets on the ground, he crawls under the car. I said, what do you see? And he goes, mud. I said, look in the front, what do you see? Mud. Back, mud. What do you see? All over the tailpipe, all over the gas tank, all over the rear. What do you see? Mud. Okay, crawl out of the car. Look at the top of the car. What do you see? Mud. Windows, mud. Doors, mud. Everywhere, mud.
I see a pattern here.
Then I say to him, now get in the car, because we're going to take a ride. I get in the car and I drive down to the puddle. I make him get out of the car.
Nice.
We stand next to the puddle, and I stomp in the puddle and blast him with water and mud.
You're the best dad
And
ever.
then I say to him, now look at your pants. What do you see? And he goes, mud. I said, how much mud do you see? And I stomped on the puddle again, and I put more mud on. And he goes, a lot of mud. And then I started kicking the mud from the puddle onto his pants. We're in the street. And the truck is pulled over and the flashers are on, and I'm kicking mud at my son. And I'm saying to him, how could you possibly find that much mud, pointing at the Jeep, in this little puddle when I can't even cover your size 9 feet with the mud that's in this puddle? That's a fucking Jeep right there. And it's covered with mud. And I can't even cover your 2 stupid feet with this mud. What were you doing? Well, I might have drove into a field. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Downstairs, because the kids are upstairs now.
Like, we have some general concern for their well-being, but not that much. Like, we're
So he
still
doesn't
willing to
really
go
spend-
upstairs.
Well, after that other bottle of champagne, they were out too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
But after the first bottle, everything's off. I mean, it's New
You
Year's.
guys were hitting the Kahlua pretty
Yeah.
hard, so.
Gave the kids some White Russians and it's milk.
It's chocolate milk.
I mean,
Now, you know what? It is the epitome, like you said, of Andy Reid to do that.
That's what he does.
Because that's what he does.
And yet I
he
still
did
don't
it
hate
in
him.
front. And you know what else I like about it? I don't dislike Andy Reid, and I don't like the fact that he didn't do well, because he did do well. But here's the point. The point is that everybody on this planet, national and alike, thought that it was all Philadelphia fans that were giving him a hard time. That Andy Reid was a great coach, and he was this, and he was that, and he was all these things, and the fans in Philadelphia, those dirty sons of bitches, just drove him right out of town. Guess what?
yeah.
That's going to happen in Kansas City too, and
You got
nobody's going to call them dirty sons of
You got
bitches.
it.
They're
You
not.
got it. You hit the nail on the head. That's ultimately when you look at
And when
Philadelphia.
McNabb went somewhere else, you started to get a picture of what he was really like.
Absolutely.
A stiff.
Absolutely.
Okay? So you got the quarterback went somewhere else and he was a stiff, and now the coach went somewhere else and did the same thing he did here. It's not us.